Hello everybody, MuseScript here, and today I'm doing another THS commentary. I guess it's been like a month or so since I've done the last one because, that was a month ago, whatever. So, today I'm going to be doing a commentary to THS episode 7, Gems. This one was a pretty big one. I had done all of the art for this one. I don't know what happened there, but oh well. Let's see. I also had the introduction to my new OC, Blue Streak, who is played by my good friend Peacock Studios. And yeah, she's really, really fun to work with. So, Blue Streak gets one line in this. So, if you have not seen the episode, go watch the episode. I think I keep saying this for every single commentary I do, but who cares? So, without further ado, I'm going to start the video and do my commentary thing in 3, 2, 1, and play. Before I begin the episode, I just want to remind everyone that this audio drama is not canon to the original show. I just had to turn it down a bit. So if you spot any continuity errors, just accept it as being in a parallel universe. This was the same thing I used that's all I want to say. Last month as well. Stick around and enjoy the episode.
Previously on the Hot Show, which one will go up against?
And then this bit is from episode 5.
I'll go. I'm the one who got us into this mess. I need to fix it.
And then the rest of the images in the previously thing are from episode 6.
Ponies. They can't survive a day without the tough, loyal Rainbow Dash by their side to make things all better.
Your demon foal is more powerful than what it started out as.
So we're just gonna fall against her power like that?
We have no choice.
And Flutter Rose's
What was it?
chilling Luna voice. I love it.
Entire version. Now we have the gem and the herb. Now we are all prepared to cure Tank. And he is right here.
And then Tank's disappearance.
Gone? You didn't think I let you win so easily. I need to finalize my plan. And stop.
And then we have a cool echo effect on her voice. And then we have the new intro created by one of my subscribers, Seraph Pilcrow. He did that intro. He said he created the vectors by hand. That is very, very impressive, I must say. And then all the characters being played by me. I'm still surprised that I've already gotten 7 episodes of this audio drama out. I still remember when I was still working on episode 1. That was a long time ago. And the CMC won't be appearing in this episode. Well, they'll be mentioned, but they won't actually be physically appearing. And introducing Peacock Studios as Blue Streak. I had to edit the opening a bit to fit that title in, but that was easy to do because it was a saved Coral project and I could edit it at any time if I wanted, so there is an advantage with that. I am not sick of this theme song. It is stuck in my head forever and ever. Rainbow and Tank forever. Gems.
You will be fine.
But on the way here, you said that the demon foal was really
So
powerful.
pretty much,
How do you know I'd be able to
the
defeat
demon
it?
caves are in the middle of nowhere, and they're in this snowy blizzard. Well, I guess because it's still winter, but I guess the Everfree Forest didn't really have that much snow around because the weather being controlled, etc. So they're pretty much on the outskirts of Equestria here.
What are these gems? I'm sure Rarity or Spike would love to have been there.
And the music playing right now is called Demon Caves. It's like this creepy choral chant thing.
I
and I first had that song played in the Arc 2 trailer. It was the first song to be playing in the Arc 2 trailer, and the second song I had was a Two Steps from Hell song. Two Steps from Hell, if you didn't know, is probably one of my favorite artists of all time, and I always love their music.
And the sapphire of harshness.
Whoa, very specific names. But how I know where to find them?
They will appear on your way to your demon.
I love Flutterose's Luna voice.
Now I really have to
So
focus
much
on
better
that.
than mine. Okay, well mine isn't too bad. I demonstrated that in two of my remembrance covers.
We still have to keep
Well,
Equestria safe.
Yeah, two of my remembrance covers and a Lover's Stone cover thing.
I'm gonna miss you.
And then she's hugging them.
Make sure my friends are safe, okay?
Good luck.
And then this bit is cool. It's like there's animation, but in reality, it's actually layering effects on coral. So they're like overlaying effects. And I also used that in episode 1 as well.
Keep it together, Dash.
So, fun fact, it's also the same thing that I use for if I want to have vectors kind of moving on something on a background, and then I can just use those layering effects, I guess. And then we have the 9th original song of the series, and this is called Face Myself. And if you hear, the melody being played in the harp is actually the melody from Legend, which was the original song back in episode 5, sung by the princesses, back when I played Princess Luna, of course. And also, this song has a bit of an Irish Celtic influence. That's mainly because I love Irish music. I love Irish and Celtic music. Because I just like it. I like most types of music, but another reason why is because I am quarter Irish, so I've got a bit of Irish in my blood. So that's why. And there's also very odd time signature changes in this song as well. I am also a big fan of time signature changes. I like anything that has a lot of time signature changes. It's very, very tricky. It'd be very tricky if someone were to cover this song.
What should we do?
And then this bit is like directly after episode 6 finishes, because we had Fluttershy's line, "What should we do? This is all my fault!"
Calm down.
And then it had the to be continued thing. I just thought because there was like an instrumental break here, I just thought I'd have that bit there. But this bit was originally going to happen after the song, but I decided to kind of have something in between in that instrumental break. So that bit was there, and luckily that all fit and it all made sense, and I didn't have to cut any sentences in half. So I was very happy about that. And then we had some old pictures. 2 of them were snapshots, 2 of them were pics that I drew from previous episodes, mainly episode 5. And so she's like walking on this ghost white glowy path thing. And the song keeps building up and building up. Then she's being carried up by the floor itself, I guess. That's what that is. This song was actually pretty hard to sing. It'd be easier to sing in that pitch if it was Fluttershy, but no, I was the one who composed the song for Rainbow Dash, so it's pretty much my fault. I didn't want to make it any higher, because otherwise that would probably ruin my vocal cords forever, and I didn't want that to happen. And then we have the Realm of Failure, which is the realm where Twilight Sparkle's demon fall would be. And then that cuts out.
I'll get to the bottom of this. I won't rest peacefully until you're well again.
And then we cut to the main 5 and Spike.
That creepy black cloud of smoke got away.
That Spike line, I struggled so much in saying that line. I was saying bladder all the time, or bad cloud, or black clod, quoting Steven Universe at one point.
That's right, that doesn't matter
Oh
right
yeah.
now. What matters is that we get Tank back. Right, Fluttershy? Fluttershy, darling, where are you? Fluttershy!
Fluttershy!
Over here! I found her!
Fluttershy, what are you doing?
I'm going to
And then
wait
this
for you.
soundtrack is gone. Like, this song played in episode 6, but it's another version of it. It is a strings version, so I added strings to this as well.
But I care about Tank. I care
Ah,
about Rainbow Dash.
I hear wind in the background. I guess it's really windy right now where I am, so please excuse me if you hear wind in the background. I don't know if Logic would even pick it up, but whatever. I always get distracted if I have bloopers where I just hear things in the background.
Okay.
Huh, that's odd. Haven't had one of those in a while.
I guess that's mainly because after Twilight became an alicorn, Princess Celestia didn't really have to send letters through Spike so often, so that's probably why. And this is like in the timeline of when Season 5 was still in the air, etc. And then we cut back to Rainbow Dash for the next 23 or so minutes. Because this audio drama is all about my favorite of the main 6, Best Pony, or just my favorite pony.
Although, that might be a clue. Amethyst of failure.
And someone commented, because the title was like Gems, that they immediately thought of Steven Universe. And yes, when I was doing lines for this, I did make a Steven Universe joke in the bloopers or something. That was really funny. I like to improvise with my bloopers.
Hello?
And also in the song that's playing right now, which is like the chant, I was improvising. I had the lyrics in front of me. They were kind of like a bit of a Latin sort of thing. And I just had this drone playing. And I was just improvising my own melody with this drone. And the lyrics pretty much translate to like the name of the demon foal, Skintilat, which is pretty much the name for Sparkle. So Twilight's demon foal. And then
Let me guess.
and then something about not escaping the pain or something like that.
I heard you're supposed to be keeping the sky clear.
And then we had a flashback. Realization in 3, 2, 1.
How do you know my name?
So the design for the demon foals are very strange, but I use a soft brush for when I'm drawing them. That's usually the same effect I have for like the really dramatic shadows that I've been using since episode 2, because like in episode 1, the shadows I had were actually using the hard brush and they weren't that nice. I was a bit worried about this bit with Twilight's flashback because I was thinking that, Twilight is really gifted with magic anyway, and there wouldn't be any time in space where she wouldn't actually be good at magic, and there wouldn't be any time or space where Celestia would tell her off or say that she's going to fail. Well, fun fact I wanted to clear up. When a demon foal is about to be formed, it makes the situation worse than it appears in the filly's eyes, so that it feeds off that grief. So, this is in Twilight's perspective. She thinks that Celestia will fail her and drop her as her pupil if she doesn't pass a silly potions exam, when in reality, Twilight passes it with very little efforts. And Princess Celestia actually said to Twilight with a smile, she said, "You're doing so well. It's all in good fun," something like that. But of course, Twilight takes it a bit too literally. Well, not literally, but just takes it the wrong way. She didn't really think about that. And then, I guess, after the demon foal is created, then there's this entity being that appears in the demon caves, and then they just remember what happened, how they were created, and before then. And they don't really remember what happened to their host that they were created from after that.
Good at magic. Oh, come on, Rainbow Dash. Look what you've done.
And then the track playing right now is called Gems. And this is another reoccurring track that plays in this episode.
You know what? You do pass an exam.
I just think this is really, really cute. I didn't really think that Rainbow Dash would acquire this kind of responsibility, where she would kind of comfort little fillies like this, but I guess she's kind of used to doing that with Skooloos, so then that wouldn't be much of a surprise. And she's also used to talking to her friends, but pretty much not like talking to little fillies, I guess.
And the rest of our friends. That's so cool. But that's not all. You make friendship reports to Princess Celestia until she...
And Rainbow's doing this because she wants to make Twilight the Demon Fall feel better, but she doesn't actually know that that's the key of actually getting the gem. So then Twilight lights up, and Rainbow Dash is really confused. And then we have this bit. This is kind of like a hologram thing, and I also stuffed up the line. I said element of magic at one point, and so I was making a Steven Universe joke then. And then we have the first gem, which is the Amethyst of Magic. I can actually say it now, but who cares? And yeah, I really wanted to add a "that was awesome" in there somewhere. Just an awesome thing.
Maybe the rest of my friends' demon falls are the rest of the gems that I need to find.
Hence the plot of the episode. She has to find her friends' demon falls and comfort them, listen to their worries first, and then comfort them and transform them into these gems. So they're no longer demon falls, they're the gems. I guess I don't know why they had gems inside them. Why am I saying that? I do know why they had gems inside them. I guess it was because they were like the elements of harmony, and maybe the demon fall, Rainbow's demon fall, planted them in there. I have no idea. I didn't really think that through quite yet. And so then we have Applejack's demon fall. She seems to be very defensive and stubborn, and that seems to be normal. And also, this was the longest flashback I had for each of the main 6, or main 5 in this case. And then we have the color of the gem kind of in the background, if you were wondering what that was. And then we have Little Rarity. Little Rarity's mane is much easier to draw than normal Rarity. I just think that was so annoying, but whatever. And also, when I was doing the voices for the fillies in this, most of them I would kind of pitch it up higher on Audacity. That's the exception for Applejack. Applejack's one was the only one that I didn't pitch shift at all. And also this picture, I wanted to add cameos of some of my friends in real life. Not real life, but you know, like pony friends. So anyway, so we have Rarity and Applejack talking. Then you see my OC, and next to my OC there's Flutterrose's OC. And then we're looking at one of my best friends, Peacock. Peacock and her sister, Snowflake Sprinkle, just kind of looking at them. And then the 2 other fillies are Dolphin Waveax and Pupcake 1001. This would be the second time that I cameoed them in this audio drama. And the second time that I kind of cameoed Peacock. The first time I cameoed Peacock was Peacock graffitiing on Twilight's wall of her castle, saying derp, hype, that sort of thing. And also, in this universe, I say that Apple Bloom is older than Sweetie Belle is. That just kind of makes sense in my opinion. And also, I had the theory that Applejack and Rarity are friends in this universe. And also, trying to fit in with Cutie Mark Chronicles, it would take a while to walk all the way to Manhattan from Ponyville, and she didn't even bother taking a train. Maybe she did take a train, I didn't really think about that. Now, the mayor here, she's supposed to be Cheerilee's mother, and I know that they kind of like, in the credits it says teacher. I wasn't really sure what I was like doing here, because I know that the teacher from Cutie Mark Chronicles was an earth pony that had glasses and like a bun or something, and her voice sounded much different than that, but I was like, I don't know, let's just have a different teacher at this point, I don't know why. And then it's a very typical line for Rarity. And then this bit here is also on Coral with the layering effects. I have the moving background and the still vector thing. That is actually very easy to do on Coral. Like, if I watch any Brony analysis videos, they pretty much kind of have a similar effect where they can kind of move the vectors. Oh, this bit I was supposed to mark as something quite funny.
No. I'm not talking about the state of your farm. The state of the farm is dirty as it always is. But look!
And then we have Blue Cora and Pink Lady, who I thought were Applejack's parents until, well, till The Perfect Pair aired, and I actually knew what, originally, I was gonna say that they got poisoned by something. But then, Peacock and I were discussing of how they kind of died because, you know, it's a TVY girls cartoon. They're not going to exploit how they died in that. But, like, to remember them by, I would probably imagine. Oh yeah, and this bit was from episode 4, like back when Applejack has that terrifying flashback and then she kind of has a mental breakdown. And so that was what that was from. Anyway, what I was saying, so then I decided that they were attacked by Timberwolves, and that actually made a bit more sense.
Blue Core wanted to give you something to remember him by.
Did you have a pet that passed
And then
away?
this audio is from episode 2 of THS. That was such a long time ago. And then that line also was spoken by Applejack from episode 4 when she was having her breakdown. It was kind of like one of the things that she was saying, and it was in her memory. It was enlarged in her memory.
I've been through that pain before too, but not with Jake, with something else.
Foreshadowing.
Don't let the past
Foreshadowing. You won't find out what happens until later.
What are you talking about? Just hear me out. The Applejack I know doesn't cling onto the
And then
past
we have this bit again, where Rainbow Dash starts talking to the Demon Falls and making them better, and then turning them into gems afterwards.
Sometimes she's stubborn about it too. New exciting things wait for you, like your little sister Apple Bloom getting her cutie mark. Apple Bloom has her cutie mark?
I just thought this conversation was pretty cute.
Mark is her friends, Sweetie Belle, Rarity's little sister, and Skooloo, a Pegasus. Rarity has a little sister? Yeah. And don't say that it's your fault that your parents died. Don't beat yourself in the past. Look in the future. You even understood what I was feeling when I was sad about Tank hibernating and was able
Yeah,
to
because like in Thanks for the Memories, when Rainbow Dash was busy sobbing, she was like, I don't want him to go! And then Applejack had this look on her face, just kind of reliving a traumatic experience or something, which probably signified, yeah, maybe something similar did happen, which also led to episode 2 and that whole conversation from episode 2.
I'm the Topaz Lost. Now the Topaz Honesty. You have 3 more dreams to find. Good luck to you.
I finally get the idea. I just have to find my favorite Demon Falls and
I think the bracelet of this actually is really cool.
3 more to go.
Just like this black band thing, and then all the gems would appear. They originally were going to be all different shapes and sizes, but then I just settled for them to be hexagonal shaped or whatever that word is. this realm is quite creepy because we have like all the torn dresses and they're on coat hangers that kind of look like ghosts or something. And yes, of course, Rarity is gonna be a drama queen in this.
Actually, I'm one of your best friends. Is that so? Yeah. Why are you crying when you're surrounded by these dresses? Okay, never mind. I can tell they're not your best work.
I love that line.
I'll tell you.
I can tell they're not your best work.
It happened after
And then this flashback is very, very short. There was only a couple of pictures that I drew for this.
decided that I should also make clothes for
Again, Rarity's mane as a filly is so much easier to draw than when she's an adult.
When it came to the grand opening, I was super excited about it. Then the ponies came rushing in and I made my grand entrance.
So, I was trying to piece together of why she was at the Carousel Boutique. Well, in Cutie Mark Chronicles, she was at Carousel Boutique. So I was probably thinking that her parents were kind of running it for a bit, but they didn't really look like fashion designers, so I don't know, it might have been something else.
They have rips and holes.
And then they were originally going to be mares, but then I just couldn't be bothered drawing them.
That's quite the story.
And also, if you hadn't noticed, when the fillies are having their flashbacks, the music is reversed, like played backwards.
Win the bet. What bet?
Oh, this is a funny bit here.
Brother or sister? I said sister, and she said brother. She owes me 5 bits.
Yeah, I wanted to add another funny bit in there.
She's best friends with Apple and now they have their cutie marks. They're the same mark, well, kind of. They look the same to me. That's absolutely magnificent. And also, don't give up just because some ponies told you your outfits were awful. The Rarity I know is very successful. She made dresses
And
for
notes,
grand
this
gala
is
just
before
once. You continue your dream,
Cantaloupe
and
Boutique, I
someday
guess.
you might open
So,
stores all over Equestria
in
too.
this universe, Cantaloupe Boutique hasn't happened yet, so she's only still got one boutique. And that's the one in Ponyville. And she doesn't have the one in Manhattan either, so...
I'm never gonna get used to this. I'm the Diamond of Discipline, or Generosity. That is a more fitting title.
I just loved how I said those Rarity lines.
More lovely gems left. Oh, I wish I was there, but I am.
Of course, Rarity wishes she was there because being a gem would probably be a dream come true. Otherwise, she'd be eaten by spikes, so probably not the best idea.
I thought things couldn't get any creepier.
Good thing that Spike wasn't with Rainbow Dash, otherwise he would have eaten the gems. Although if he saw what they were before, maybe he wouldn't be so tempted. And then we have Fluttershy's demon foal here.
Fluttershy? Rainbow Dash? Is that you?
And yeah, of course, she recognizes Rainbow Dash because they were like Philly friends, so she's not really scared like the other ones.
Funny holograms. They
And
creep me out.
with this one, I wanted to explain that it was probably something animal related that she had her demon foal created.
Well, it was very soon after I got my cutie mark and communicating to animals. I was looking
So,
after the
also to explain,
He had a son. He was white like a
yeah,
dove.
after she fell down from the clouds, I guess, and she told her parents that she had the talent to communicating to animals and she really liked it on the ground. So when she wasn't at flight school, I guess, her parents would take her over to her great aunt's cottage, and then that would end up being her own cottage that she would stay in.
What happened to you? I guess
And drawing Angel as a little bunny. Well, I still think it's weird that the baby name for a bunny is a kitten because I immediately think of kittens like cat kittens. So that's weird. I'm just gonna say bunny.
I was very close to passing out.
So yeah, there was a. I guess that's the reason why also why Fluttershy was scared of the Everfree Forest as well, because she had that traumatic
Don't
experience.
think that you can quit just because you let 2 bunnies die. That doesn't make you a terrible caretaker. Besides, Only the best suffer through mistakes they made in the past, so they learn from their mistakes and help others. When I was
And
sad
then we
about
have
Top
the
hibernating,
clip
you gave me a
from
push in a really
season
strange
5,
direction.
episode
You
5,
forced
Thanks for the
Resh
Memories.
to fully accept his hibernation. I was mad at you for
And then we
saying
have
all
some
those
clips
things
from episode 2,
for everything
Dolphin Wave
you
X's
had
old
gone
art.
through.
Wow, I
I
remember that.
understand what
I
you
remember
tried
her
to
old art,
accomplish.
but it's
You
changed
made
so
me become
much
a
since
better man
then.
through
Well,
your
so is
efforts
mine
and
in a way.
guidance.
It's kind of,
I'm
my
going to
style
thank
has
you for that.
evolved so much.
You're welcome, Rainbow Dash. Maybe I should continue to look after animals.
Then we have Fluttershy turning into her hologram thingy.
I'm the opal of cruelty, or rather the opal of kindness.
It doesn't really look more.
You just
It
have one
really
more
doesn't
gem
look
to find
that
and
much
you'll
of an
be able to
opal. It looks
be
more
your
like
demon
a
friend.
quartz or something, like a
Yay.
pink quartz. But who cares? Who cares? And fun fact, my birthstone is actually opal.
That's Pinkie
Well,
Pie.
that makes sense because my birthday's in October, so that would make sense. So, unlike the other demon foals, Pinkie Pie's one is a bit more on the angry side, and she's not really that sad. She's just kind of angry and demonic because she's kind of like this filly Pinkamena, as you can see. And that's pretty much creepy at this point.
What happened at that party?
So this bit pretty much is after she ran away from her parents and she decided to make other ponies smile and laugh in Ponyville. And this was taken in Cheese Sandwich's flashback in his confession. But like after that she was, yeah. That's a creepy image, but I am getting better at making things creepy. And then we have Cheese Sandwich. He took a while to draw, but I got there.
I'm sorry, he said, and then he walked up. I was all by myself, surrounded by balloons.
But of course, to explain, hey, why wouldn't Pinkie Pie recognize Cheese Sandwich now? Well, maybe because Cheese Sandwich back then was wearing glasses. So of course Pinkie Pie wouldn't recognize him.
Don't give up on your passion just because of one fault. Learn from your mistakes
And
and
yeah,
get better.
Rainbow Dash was sad the most about having to leave Pinkie Pie because I guess, in my eyes, they are really good friends. I guess that friendship evolved back in Griffin the Brushoff. At first, Rainbow Dash thought that Pinkie was very annoying, but then they made up and then they were even really best friends. So I like episodes of MLP that focus on Rainbow Dash and Pinkie Pie. I'm glad that there are like 2 episodes, upcoming episodes of MLP season 7 that are focused on these 2. I'm very happy about that, and I can't wait for that to happen.
I am the Sapphire of Harshness. Now laughter! Congrats! You have found all 5 of the gems. Good luck on your journey! Yay!
And then Rainbow Dash has all the gems.
Next up,
It looks very pretty.
Wherever she may be.
And then she walks over, and then we have
What is a pony like her doing
Blue
here?
Streak.
I have to go and investigate.
Blue Streak being played by Peacock Studios. She was very, well, she was kind of mad when she found out that she only had 1 line in episode 7, so I decided to be nice and give her the lines for episode 8. She has a lot of lines for episode 8 though, so I'm still editing her lines, and she has many bloopers, she's warned me, so I have been warned about that. But enough about that. Most of July I had in the holidays, so I was able to do this and also draw some comics with me and Peacock, as well as my other comic, Heptology of Error, so I had about 3 art projects. Now I've actually started uni again. I'm just trying to schedule when I'm gonna be doing art or not, I guess. And episode 8 is gonna be a big one, so keep your eyes peeled for the trailer for that. yeah, so that was episode 7. This would have been the first time since episode 1, so 6 months ago, since I drew every single bit of artwork. And I was just listening to Madoka Magica soundtrack, as well as Two Steps from Hell and a couple of other dramatic bits of music, because I just kind of felt that way. I guess I was heavily inspired by Madoka Magica because it's one of my favorite animes. I guess I didn't really list that in my DeviantArt, but oh well. Madoka Magica is an awesome anime, and the music gives me chills, but I love the music to that. So, another fun fact about me is that I love the music. Yuki Kajura, I cannot pronounce her name, but her music for Madoka Magica is awesome. Yeah, so I was listening to that, and I was listening to Two Steps from Hell, Thomas Newman, that sort of thing, just emotional stuff, and I guess it came out really well. Yay! I was very happy about that. And, let's see. I don't really have that much to say else. No, I do not. So, I'm just gonna go now. Okay, end of the video. Bye! This is MuseScript signing out.